G'day everybody, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to stick plants to your driftwood for your aquarium. So it's actually really easy. You just got to get the following things and you'll be set to go. So let's get straight into the video. The only things you're going to need is first of all your plants. So I'm going to be sticking this pot of Java fern on my driftwood, and then I'm also going to be sticking on this piece of Anubias, so let's hope that looks good. And then our driftwood is a bit of an expensive piece, but it looks really nice. And we're going to be putting that in the tank behind me somewhere. And then the other thing you'll need is just some super glue. Yeah, just super glue is actually safe for aquariums. Usually they're safe for your aquarium. This is just $3 right here. So okay, so a bit of an unpacking time. So we'll put the driftwood aside. We've got the Anubias. We just need to get this out. And just like that, we've got our Java fern. We're just going to break it up probably into 3 pieces. So we've got 1 little piece there, 2 pieces there. We'll just be using this piece. This is for another piece of driftwood that I'm making for a different video. Get our driftwood. All right, so what we're going to do first is work out where actually we're going to be putting our plants. So we're going to start off with number 1. And I reckon we should probably stick it maybe there. And you just squirt some of that glue and you just let that sit for a couple minutes. All right. So it's been about 2 minutes and that's already stuck on nicely. All right, so we have all the Java fern glued to the driftwood and it looks a little bit like this. I quite like it, it's pretty simple. Now, I was actually planning on sticking this Nubias to it, but I realized it has no roots and you use the roots to actually stick on the plant. Whereas something like this where it's got this bulky rhizome, it's not going to stick to the driftwood, it's going to keep falling off like when you're trying to keep it on the driftwood when it's drying. We're going to let this dry for about an hour and come back just in case, you know, it's just to make sure it's fully dry so it doesn't float up in the tank. All right, so it's been about half an hour later and we have the end result. Now, I actually had another one that I was going to set up, so I thought I'd just show you guys anyway, because what I did with the Anubias, kind of tucked it into this little crevice on a different one, so that's working. Other than that, this is the one that we're going to be putting in the aquarium today, and it's just got Java fern on it, because there's literally just no nooks and crannies to put like any Anubias in. So we've got this, and it's finally dry, and I guess I'll put it in that aquarium, try to find some room first, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, so I put the driftwood in the aquarium and we basically had no success. So back there, I've had to put a rock on because it won't float. Now I boiled it for about 3 hours the night before and you can see the other pieces also floating. But for now, I guess we're going to wait and I'll just let you know how it turns out in a couple days. Alright, so it's a couple days later and a little update on the driftwood. I simply just put some rocks on top of it. We also stacked some extra ones too to prevent any of the rocks falling and hitting the glass. But the driftwood is actually starting to sink. I haven't checked with the one back there yet, but the one over in that aquarium, it used to be floating at the top. I've got some sinkers on it, but now you can see it's starting to go down. Still hasn't fully waterlogged yet, but better than I expected. But the plants are actually doing pretty well. I need to give the glass a good wipe because there's lots of algae, but if you can see, the Java fern's doing pretty well. The Anubias isn't doing really good, but that's the Java fern driftwood. But then when we come in here, this is kind of a sneak peek. I haven't released the actual video of setting it up yet. Java fern in here is also doing really good, except the Anubias is kind of, once it's fully waterlogged, we're going to be able to flip it over and all the plants will all get equal light from this awesome little light right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll see you all in the next video.